Opal Holfinger has dedicated her life to her family and agriculture. For more than 5.5 decades, Opal and her late husband Carl fed cattle on their farm in Miami County. Throughout her life, Opal has volunteered thousands of hours to the betterment of Ohio agriculture and the state of Ohio.
When I was married, I didn't have a family yet, and the first year they asked me to be a part of the Farmers Institute. That was many years ago. And from that, it was a way of getting acquainted in a community. Also, people got to know me. And I enjoyed doing things, and they kept asking me to do one thing and then another, and I kept saying yes. And I got involved in extension with 4-H and the cattle industry because that was what we did. That's how we made our living. And then Governor Voinovich and appointed me really to take the unexpired term of Ruth Stackhouse, and that's how I was a part of the Ohio Expo Commission and the State Fair.
Appointed by Governor Taft, Opal served as a commissioner on the Ohio Expositions Commission from 1999 through 2008 and served as chair of the commission in 2006 and 2007. Under her leadership, several agricultural improvements were made to the grounds and the fair's programs, including the expansion of the Commission's scholarship program. She was inducted into the Ohio State Fair Hall of Fame in 2010. In addition, Opal's service extended into board leadership for 15 years and is treasurer of the Ohio Farm Bureau Federation.
I was encouraged to run for the Farm Bureau Board. Carl and I had belonged to a Farm Bureau Council, and we were active in Farm Bureau. And I wasn't sure what all was involved, so I called Bill Swank. He didn't know me, and I didn't really know him. I'd only met him once. And I told him that I had not had a college education. I just wasn't sure what all was involved or whether I was qualified. And he said, Opal, what you need is just good common sense. And he said, you'll get an education that you can't get in college. And that was so true.
Opal's trademark leadership style is reserved but effective. Despite challenges along the way, her strong but understated leadership skills have helped pave the way for other women in leadership positions within Ohio agriculture.
The challenges is when I ran for the State Farm Bureau Board, I ran for a 4-county trustee position, which was normally a male position. And I did not feel I could handle 22 counties, that the women's representative, they represent that many counties, and I couldn't do that. So I think the challenge was to be accepted by the members of the board, and actually the men accepted me a little easier than the women did. But then I guess the other thing, the challenge is once a decision was made, it was important that even though I didn't maybe go along with it, I needed to follow through and support it.
As a staunch advocate of Ohio's beef industry, Opal also served on the Ohio Beef Council Operating Committee from 1988 to 1996, helping to shape the state's beef council in the very early years of the National Beef Checkoff program. Opal was a valued leader and volunteer serving in many capacities for the Ohio Cattlemen's Association, Ohio Cattle Women, and the Miami County Cattlemen's Association.
I really can't say that I've made a big impact at any one thing. It was always a combined effort of a lot of people working together, and that's what I enjoyed. I did enjoy my sewing club with 4-H girls. Hopefully I taught some of them how to sew, so that might have been one thing, yes.
In addition to raising a family, being closely involved on the farm, and active in many agricultural organizations, Opal also found time to mentor the next generation of agricultural leaders. She served as a 4-H advisor for more than 20 years and also provided leadership through a variety of other extension service projects.
My advice to people wanting to volunteer is really feel that you like people, and that you want to learn, and I guess you have to be able to give the time and the effort to make it work. Agriculture has been my life, and it still continues to be my life. Um, I've always had a desire to volunteer for the local hospital. And I said when I didn't have anything else to do and had time, and so that's what I'm doing now. I started this spring and summer. I've been volunteering at the local hospital.
Opal has gone above and beyond to make outstanding contributions to agriculture in our state and in her local community. In addition, she is someone who genuinely cares about others and their families, always inspiring those around her. Please join us in welcoming Opal Holfinger into the Ohio Agricultural Hall of Fame.